The KKK had missed its target, but the trap was set on June 20th. Schwarber, Cheney, and Goodman went northwest to investigate a fire. The next afternoon, they met with fellow activists. The events that followed would stun the nation forever. On June 22nd, 1964, 3 men went missing, an African-American man and 2 white men. They were all civil rights activists. On August 4th, 1964, they were found dead in a ditch. 2 months after, the police pulled them over for speeding.
Accused of speeding, they were put in jail, and they were not allowed to make a phone call, and they were released at night. They got back in the car, and the Ku Klux Klan nabbed them.
For the latest on the search for the 3 missing boys,
Then they turned them over to the KKK, where they were killed. James Cheney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Schwarber went to Mississippi in 1964 to help African-American men to vote. 2 young civil rights activists were from New York, and 1 was from Mississippi. Schwarber was a white Jewish civil rights activist. Cheney was a black instructor with CORE. Furthermore, Goodman was a white Jewish student at Queens. In theory, the Mississippi burning made more white people support civil rights, which was a big reason why they won. The Mississippi burning murders, as they came to be known, were some of the most talked about killings of their time, as 2 white men were killed. There were over 1,000 people who protested in Freedom Summer, which is an outcome of the Mississippi burning. Of the 700 people who attended Freedom Summer, majority were white. It shows that 2 white men being killed changed the outcome of civil rights history. Although they were given signs that it was dangerous and told it was life-threatening, they went in spite of their fears.
Expected to get beaten, they should expect to spend in jail, and it may go beyond the summer when they're...
Unfortunately, they were killed, but it ignited a fire in the community, not just African Americans, but all people. The 3 men were going to Mississippi to protest because they were civil rights activists in 1964 during the civil rights movement. They were arrested and taken to jail. They disappeared the next day. Everybody had wondered where they were. Later, they found out that they were turned over to the KKK, who had beaten them and killed them brutally. The KKK did not just kill the African Americans of the group, but also killed the white male activists. The Mississippi burning was one of the biggest moments in civil rights history. It changed the outcome of everything. And without the Mississippi burning, we don't know if it would have been a successful movement. In the Mississippi burning, although it was tragic and one of the worst moments of all time in America, it helped the revolution. The 3 boys' lives helped spark a bigger movement, bigger than anybody had ever imagined. So the sacrifices the 3 boys made were some of the biggest in civil rights history and all of history. Their sacrifice also helped people understand how bad it was at the time of civil rights, and it showed that white people were being killed. Everybody was being killed that wanted to help the movement, which just sparked a fire in the community, helping everybody rally around the topic.